In the quiet town of Woolsthorpe, Lincolnshire, England, on January 4th, 1643, a child was born who would grow up to change the course of science forever. His name was Isaac Newton. Born into a world of hardship and adversity, losing his father just months before his birth and his mother leaving him to be raised by his grandmother, Newton's early life was far from easy. But adversity often breeds greatness, and in Newton's case, it fed a remarkable intellectual curiosity and academic promise that bloomed from a young age. His education journey began at the King's School in Grantham. Here, he excelled, with his exceptional mathematical abilities catching the attention of his schoolmaster. It was clear Newton had a natural talent for working with numbers, an inherent ability that would serve him well in years to come. His early interest in mechanics and engineering was evident as he spent his spare time crafting small machines and building sundials. Even as a child, Newton was destined for greatness, showing an early interest in mechanics and engineering, crafting small machines and building sundials. In 1661, Newton entered Trinity College, Cambridge, embarking on a journey that would redefine the landscape of physics and mathematics. Here, cocooned in the hallowed halls of academia, he plunged into the rich tapestry of classics, philosophy, and mathematics. One of his early triumphs was his seminal work in calculus. This mathematical tool, independently discovered by Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz around the same time, sparked a fierce debate over priority and notation. It was a controversy that would smolder for years, each side staunchly defending their respective contributions. Meanwhile, Newton was revolutionizing optics. In the year 1666, he conducted a series of prism experiments, demonstrating that white light could be separated into its component colors. This shattered the prevailing belief that colors were inherent in light itself, setting the stage for his influential work, optics. Newton's years at Cambridge were transformative, laying the groundwork for his future groundbreaking contributions to science. Perhaps Newton's most renowned contribution to physics came in the form of his three laws of motion, presented in his seminal work, Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, published in 1687. Allow me to take you on a journey through these laws that forever shifted the course of scientific understanding. Newton's first law, also known as the law of inertia, states that an object at rest tends to stay at rest, and an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an external force. This law was a radical departure from the previously held Aristotelian belief that an external force was needed to keep an object in motion. His second law of motion introduces the concept of force itself, defining it as the product of an object's mass and acceleration. This law provided a mathematical way to predict the changes in motion brought about by any force. The third and final law, often referred to as the law of action and reaction, posits that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This law not only applies to physical interactions but also provides a conceptual foundation for understanding phenomena such as propulsion and momentum conservation. These laws were revolutionary, not just in their individual implications, but in the way they interconnected to provide a unified explanation for a wide range of physical phenomena. They offered a comprehensive framework for understanding the motion of objects, from the smallest particles to the largest celestial bodies. The impact of these laws on the scientific community was profound, laying the groundwork for classical mechanics. They enabled scientists and engineers to predict the behavior of objects under various conditions, forming the basis for countless technological advancements that we take for granted today. From the flight of an airplane to the orbit of satellites, Newton's laws are at play, guiding our understanding of the world and the universe beyond. Newton's laws of motion were revolutionary, offering a unified explanation for a wide range of physical phenomena and continue to be a cornerstone of scientific understanding. From that apple falling from the tree to the motion of the planets, Newton's laws continue to shape our perception of the physical world. Newton's later years were marked by his involvement in public service and academia. In 1696, he was appointed Warden of the Royal Mint, and later, in 1703, he became Master of the Mint. His role was not just ceremonial. Newton took it upon himself to combat counterfeit currency and oversee the recoinage of the British currency, showcasing his practical and organizational skills beyond the realm of science. His later life was also defined by his contributions to academia. Newton's complex personality, characterized by periods of intense focus and solitary work, sometimes led to strained relationships with colleagues. Despite this, his impact on the scientific revolution of the 17th century was undeniable. His laws of motion, his work in optics, and his development of calculus have become cornerstones of modern science. His ideas have shaped our understanding of the physical world, and his methodologies continue to guide scientific inquiry. Isaac Newton, a man whose complex personality and solitary work habits belied his immense contributions to science, has left an indelible mark on the world that continues to resonate centuries after his death.